Adventurers, the people that we are seeking are here. We will be talking with them. It seems like they've been surviving on their own. For now, we ask you to scout west of this area. I say villagers. There's just not a word. Towners?
These townsfolk.
Townsfolk, yes. Townsfolk.
They're secretly slaves. And they're just trying to get their slaves back.
That's because I am almost dead.
Hugo is going to jump in. Are you almost dead? I don't think you are.
Jeez.
I don't know.
You have 1 hit point gone.
Barely.
I don't know about barely dead.
She's almost dead.
I
Yes.
hate it when that happens.
Catch up.
Oh, is it Travis? Or, I mean, he was called Richard.
You said Hugo was hanging back.
Hugo is not hanging back. Hugo is currently staring you guys the fuck down, wondering why you're whispering so much because he's asked you to scout west.
I would if this Biz would get the fuck out of my way.
I can't move. It's not letting me move.
Maybe I locked you in?
No, you said that they weren't letting me move.
Oh, no, I would have paused the game. They weren't letting you move past them.
Yeah, no, everybody else was moving off, and I thought you were just like, he's a fairy. It's not allowed to pass.
Oh, no.
We don't believe in fairies.
Before that, I think it would be useful to know what your uses are.
Oh, shit.
Our specialties are, per
You're
se.
smart as fuck. My bad. I meant to read something off at the start of this. Start notes that I definitely remembered. Please reintroduce and describe your characters in greater detail. You should give minimal background information, but mainly focus on physical description, personality type, and capabilities of your character. Hey, everyone. I remembered that.
Currently, I can't play any music. So I'm kind of a terrible bard.
Like, you physically can't play any music, or you just don't have an instrument?
I'm still learning.
I could make a distraction.
I can go and sing him a song.
I was going to light a tree on fire, but you can do that too.
How do we
And
know
then
when
I
he gets
can-
over there?
Yeah, you guys are not going to know. He's drawing his bow. That's
Yep.
He's going to act.
I wouldn't fly over the lake, though.
No, I'm
Well-
not going to do that.
Actually, it may work to your benefit, but
Yeah.
I
Maybe
I
they
would-
don't have bows. If they
I was
don't have
gonna say,
range weapons, they have to talk to me.
They can just start throwing their knives at you.
And what if I dodge them? Now they're without weapons.
They have bows.
They toss the bows in. They're throwing arrows.
I will attempt to stealth
Oh.
a little closer.
You're going to attempt stealth? Okay, roll a stealth check.
If she passes, I'm gonna do it too.
Alright.
The best gambling strategy. If it works once, it will work again.
Okay. Shit. Does it work?
No, I'm just right now working out how bad it fails. You're gonna start to move over to here. At that time, every single one of them notices you. What you did was essentially like pull a hood up over your head and sprint slightly crouched, and they all saw it. So,
Hey, there's a dude over there.
I'm assuming that I can see them at this point, and I'm just going to, I think,
yeah.
go for it and just kind of pop out and say hello.
Roll intimidation.
Hello.
Are they afraid?
You're going to pop out and say hello. These two are going to be fucking mortified.
You caught them off guard.
Tail, not expecting that and moving away.
I think I'm going to pursue.
As
Wait,
are they.
where are you going? Wait, hold on.
Well, turning around and seeing you sprinting at them, they're going to continue to run.
I want to poke this guy with a bow.
Well, we don't even know who they are.
You're poking. You already
Oh, wait,
did.
it won't let me.
You already did.
Oh. How did I do it?
I did it.
Oh.
You've done enough.
I want to move back towards the tree line.
She's cowering
And then-
from my arrow that missed.
Well, I don't. And I'm just going to invite to come hide.
The one that was split by the arrow on the other side of it is going to notice and turn to you, and he's going to freeze in place.
Oh shit!
He's confused. You.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there staring at him. I give like this very stalkerish vibe.
This is such an interesting combat.
It's so
We
funny.
don't even know who they are.
He's going to turn to where he was shot and then turn back to the bush now and run towards the bush. And he is going to cower behind Terra.
I am delighted. Okay.
Gonna walk over here next to Richard, the who calls him Richard or whatever his name is. Ask him, so why are we attacking these people?
They smell.
Mm.
Are you the lost villagers from? I forget the name of the town. The town name.
Hadley. Lost villagers? There's no lost villagers. We're escorting some escapees right now.
What are you escaping?
We're escaping from the slavery that's held within the town of Hadley.
Have you heard of a man named Hugo?
He's a high noble who's been on our side for the duration of our journey.
Well, we're currently on a mission to find these missing villagers and bring them back.
Who sent you?
Hugo. Does he seem like he's lying at all?
Who wants to insight check?
I can insight.
Are you certain of Hugo's character?
You have a -1?
Oh.
I thought it was better for some reason.
That would make
what did
my
you-
successive check lower. So here we go.
I think it's minimally lower, to be fair. I think it's only like -2 or something.
Well, let me have a go at it then.
He
Man,
is scared shitless with an arrow through him, barely alive, but I'll be damned, he's keeping a strong poker face.
Well, first of all, what do they call you?
George.
Timothy.
My name is George.
And are you certain of Hugo's character?
I'm relatively certain.
In all honesty, waves hand in Jedi motion. You may not be the people we're looking for.
And your way of showing that is shooting me with an arrow?
Would you be willing to guide us to your base so that we can talk to the rest of your people?
Our base is in a nearby town. We've removed all of the names of it and founded a new village there.
Do you have a new name for this town? Perhaps the Underground Railroad?
Hang on.
Fort Spamalot?
Yes, we call it New Jersey City.
My offer of protection was not made in vain. I do not mean to let any further harm come to you.
Sadly, I don't know if any of us actually have the abilities to heal you, nor pull out the arrow from your neck, so I don't know what's going to happen to you.
I am stuck at your mercy at this point, considering I would die before I could make it home.
I figured if we brought him to Hugo, and Hugo imprisons him, or tells us to let him go, we know where he stands on this matter. And then we could just attack Hugo at the end of it. That is, if we are all against this whole slave thing. If you're all for it, we could do that. I'm not really trying either way.
If you die on your own accord, that's not my fault. But if someone makes a move against you, you do have my protection.
You see that arrow in your neck and you bleeding out? She's not going to help you with that. But if somebody tries to shoot another arrow at you, bet she'll stand in the way of it.
They were intentionally all wearing the same outfit.
Well, we strip them.
Can we steal his shirt and bring that back to Hugo?
What are we gonna do with him?
Tie him to a tree.
He's gonna die.
Well, that's for fate to decide whether or not he lives or dies, because if we get him back to Hugo, he might die anyway. I'm confused.
Is it?
It's snowing. What?
We have been here for
We're
a new...
taking so long to decide that the seasons are changing.
What strange weather we have.
He looks to the snow and looks back at Tara with big puppy dog eyes.
Throw him into the pond.
Perhaps we present him and not throw.
Present him to the pond?
All right, everybody, hold up. Roll perception. This is exactly how I had hoped this would go. As you guys are approaching where you had entered this zone, an arrow flies from this bush and nails George in the head, and he drops dead.
George! I'm assuming I hear the body drop.
Yeah, you notice.
Is he still alive, or is there any pulse at all?
No,
It
he's
went right through the head.
Super dead.
Can I loot George?
Loot that body.
I'm gonna burn the tree down.
Okay, that's
Hidden
fine.
twig it is.
All right, you burn down the tree.
Gotta
and
love that CGI.
Nothing is left.
Could we inspect the arrow? Is there any significance to it? Is it like a
I
whole?
It's an arrow.
Does it look like it was made from a city or like a hunter or?
You can roll investigation.
I do have that. That actually works. Never mind.
You check out the arrow, and upon looking at it to check if you recognize if it's from a city or any kind, you come to realize that you don't know the difference between an arrow and a crossbow bolt, and your character will continue to do so for the remainder of the campaign.
Well, Jeff here is dead. I don't know what else to do. We could go to Hugo, tell him what we found.
We found a dead body with an arrow in it.
Why'd you name him Jeff?
I forgot his name.
George.
George.
He was insignificant to begin with.
George.
We say F Hugo and we go see if we can find his buddies. I do have one dilemma with this. When they inevitably want to know where the hell George is, we are going to have to think of something.
I mean, we could take his head with us.
That's a little intimidating considering that this guy was a peasant. It seems excessive, Cohen, but I would like to take this time to pick up 1 pound of charcoal.
I might have an option for that. Well, how long are you going to wait here? Right now it's going to be still really hot.
I feel the call of nature.
You're going to pick up your piss charcoal?
Do they let fairies into this building?
I will try to like whisper to one. We don't know much around here. I'm not the right person to have this job.
Well, I thank you, adventurers. It was a job well done. You may keep the entry visas that I have given you to get into the city, and I will send your gold to the local adventurers guild.
Where will you take the villagers?
Oh. He gone.
Bye.
No.
Well, I guess I will follow
whoops.
he who is called Richard, and to him say, Hugo is suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, careful, because he was covering a knight.
Hey, I will whisper to he who is called Richard. Hugo is suspicious as fuck.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Wouldn't that suck if they had set up their own traps for the Underground Railroad and killed himself?
Wouldn't it just? Don't call it the Underground Railroad, all right? I did not write the slave trade into this campaign like as the Underground Railroad. Jesus Christ.
It's the above ground railroad.
At worst, yes.
Say, what do you know of slaves?
Does he
What,
yell
you-
from like under the table?
I kind of like. I put both arms on the countertop and lift myself up. My feet just dangling.
She's gonna turn to you, quite stunned, and say, "Slaves? There's no slaves here. Slavery is illegal."
Ah, so it is illegal.
Oh,
Yes! Generally, in most towns that I've heard of, they don't accept slavery, but it's different everywhere.
What about
Okay.
prison slaves?
What about what?
what?
Prison slaves. Say you commit a crime, you gotta do hard labor.
It's just called
I
manual labor
suppose
for
if you're
Britain.
in the prison, then you do have to do some forms of manual labor, but it's never something that I would call slaves.
Oh, they're not being paid for it now, are they?
They are
They're
paying
doing-
back their crime.
I don't know if this is
RJ,
helpful.
RJ, do you think that prisons today are slavery houses? How are you feeling about Hugo?
He's a man.
As of right now, I'm a bit indifferent about him. I don't really have anything good or bad to say about him.
Honestly, I think he's good shit, but what can you really say about him in front of everybody else?
Are you saying in front of him that he's a piece of shit?
Oh, is this Hugo?
No,
No.
this is the
Okay,
guild
then
master.
yeah, then I'm saying it.
Okay.
Like, he's a piece of shit, but what noble isn't?
What makes you think that he's a piece of shit?
He got confrontational. He
He
got
was
up.
on the dust.
Hey, I'm not from around here. Nobles where I come from tend to be for themselves, fuck the impoverished. It's just how it works.
Curious, what are you guys talking about?
Nothing, because RJ's really slow. He hasn't sent a message yet. I wanted to try and use the thing. That's what took you that whole time?
No, I had other things, but you started typing other shit, so I had to delete what I wrote already and write something else.
As soon as the doors are locked, you will say, "Are you truly prepared to stand up to the nobility?"
How
Huh?
much gold? How much gold do you have?
27.
His pinky ring costs more than that.
But you have slain a mighty shark.
Slain! Defended myself and it ran away.
You would back down from the achievement of slaying a shark.
I won the battle, not the war. I'll meet him another day. You know a guy named Jeff?
No.
Josh?
George, who is dead.
Jeff. I don't know
Jeff.
who he was.
I don't know any Jeffs, unfortunately.
He
Of
said
the
he was
bird
working
kind.
with Hugo to free slaves. When we went to go and take him to Hugo to figure out what was going on,
Ah,
Hugo,
You
Jeff
mean the
got shot in the
freedmen.
head. Yes, freedmen.
the freedmen. We have
Yeah,
had some contact with the freedmen, and they act with good intentions. Their leader, George, has done a lot to help people, but unfortunately...
I don't know this George, but Jeff is dead. Called
New Jersey,
New Jersey
City.
City.
New Jersey City. I believe Jeff, whoever the fuck he was,
Yes.
called it that.
The person you speak of's name changes a lot. I don't
He was
recognize
really
anyone by that name.
insignificant.
That's fine. We'll forget about it then.
Think that maybe shooting George not a great idea in the first place.
Now we get great
Yeah.
information off that. That was perfect.
I see
That
now.
entire time with completely unplanned. It went wonderful. That was a
Right.
net gain for us. We will find this man that killed Josh, and we will avenge him.
I love that you get the name wrong in a different way every time.
When I tell you guys about everything that happens, I also mix up the name, so you don't know that the leader is actually fucking dead.
Yeah, no. The Adventurers Guild guy does not know.
But I don't.
No, the
think
Adventurers
that-
Guild guy doesn't. I don't, and neither does my allies here.
Oh, they don't. That's true.
He's-
The leader is dead. Josh, whatever his name was, not Josh. Trulia. This is why this is happening.
I
But-
know.
The
It
being
sounds like everybody
known
knows.
as Richard